What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of the Glitched Out Podcast. You guys are tuning into episode 23. I'm your host, G, aka Glitched Out. I'm joined by the one and only Bites, aka Bites World. You know who it is. And the one and only return amazing guest that has been on the cast a couple times. My boy, ECU Chief Craig, joining us, holding it down today.
What's up, Craig?
Yeah. We'll be talking about a plethora of things, guys. We got an all-you-can-eat buffet. We're gonna talk about the Sea of Thieves today. We'll also be covering State of Decay 2 and some other stuff, some other gems and little jewels and stuff like that. Before we jump into the midst of things, how's everybody's week going? How was you guys' week? What kind of games you guys play? What'd you do? I know Bites for you, man. You just recently joined the RP First community, man.
Yeah, man. I've been doing some playing with GTA 5 and spending a lot of hours getting caught up in the mess of things there. And man, been playing a little bit of Bayonetta as well and Final Fantasy. So
What about you? Nice. What about you, Craig?
I've been doing a lot of drinking, actually. I know that's not much of a surprise, but I'm working on a new RP character, if not just a new RP mechanic. Between bartending, so I'm trying to make that as good as I make things like doctor stuff, EMS stuff. It's just something new to focus on. So between working, drinking, and doing a little bit of that, I really haven't been doing much.
So you're gonna be like, your next character is gonna be like a hybrid between like a bartending doctor.
No, he's probably not gonna do. I think the best way to sell a character who's really good at something, in my case, role playing at something, he's got to be focused on that. So he can't be he can't be a doctor, he can't be a politician and a bartender all at once. He's gotta focus on one thing. So I think that guy is just gonna be all about bartending.
Okay, nice, man. Nice. Awesome. Well, for me, myself, and I, man, this week's been quite interesting. I had to take poor little Rocket, one of my baby boys. I had to take him to the clinic. He had an ear infection. Aww. Yeah, the ear infection. He was scratching. And this guy, I don't know. Hugo's like, he's a mix. So he has zero problems. He doesn't shed, no ear infections. Every now and then he'll like throw up somewhere in the corner of the house, something like that. But that's the only issue with him. But Rocket, man,
dang, that sucks, man.
Who does it, right? Yeah. But Rocket, on the other hand, man, I don't know. Something's up with his skin, man. He's scratching like he has dry skin. We might rub a little bit of coconut oil on him. And then, I mean, he's had ear infection. He's had at least 2 ear infections. This is the second one. And at first I thought it was like maybe like an allergy to something we'd given him or something he's eating because his ears were kind of dry, but it turned out really bad. He just kept scratching. So we took him to the clinic the other day and he's got him some antibiotics and some stuff for his ear to clean out his ear. And he's laying on the bed right now sleeping. He's doing good. So my week has been pretty eventful. Yeah. But I also do want to welcome everybody who's in chat right now. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys have any questions throughout the podcast about the game we're talking about, feel free to post them in chat. We'll definitely do our best to get around with them. But welcome everybody. Let's get this party started. All right. So what's first on our list? We're gonna be talking about the one and only Sea of Thieves. I know, yeah. I know amongst a couple of my friends and content creators, Dirty Randy, I think EC Chief Craig. A lot of people are excited about this. I know Glitch Queen, one of our mods, she's very excited about this game too. Me, myself, and I'm on the fence right now about this game because there's a plethora of other games coming out. But I do have my eye on this, and the more and more I look into it, and the more and more they release like interviews and devlogs, this game looks so good. The launch for this game is going to be this month, March 20th, 2018. Developers Rare. They're going to be using the Unreal Beautiful engine. Designers Greg Mails. Publisher is Microsoft Studios. Platforms is Xbox One and Microsoft, aka PC. Now, all you cross-platform people, you will be able to play this game together. So if you have an Xbox One or you're on PC, you can play together. So I think that's really, really cool. They're starting to do the whole cross-platform thing. Little summary about this game. Whether you're braving the high seas, going toe-to-toe with an enemy galleon, or digging for treasure, Sea of Thieves is the ultimate pirate experience wrapped into a beautiful animated package. In Sea of Thieves, you will raise your sails for the first time and set off on a voyage of a lifetime. With your chosen shipmates, you will vote on a quest to find hidden treasure via maps and decipher riddles that might reveal something more valuable than treasure itself. Now, Yeah, like this. Okay, so me, myself, and I think it was me, Bites, JD, Raging Ravage, and Glitch Queen had the pleasure of playing this game one day. And I went into it. I wasn't expecting a lot. I'm not going to lie from what I've seen, but I enjoyed it. Like, I know it's like small things. For me, it's like small things in games that matter. The water was amazing.
Water was beautiful, dude.
Yeah, man.
The sky and the sunset, like it's almost as if you cycle through morning, noon, and night, right?
Yeah.
And it was nice to see.
Yep. It was really nice to see. What were you saying, Craig?
It would sound
What did you say?
look, and in turn, it gives you some really beautiful vistas. It gives you a really good time on the high seas, but without taking itself too seriously. So that I'm loving it.
Yeah. The game definitely has a lot to offer. I'm a little worried about it. I feel like we've all been jaded and tainted when it comes to other games that look beautiful and sound beautiful and they look like they play amazing, but when they come out, you're like, and I'm hoping that this is not one of them. But let's show a quick trailer. We'll show some
You
gameplay.
can get lost in this game too. I was going to mention that. You don't even have to do much to just explore, find treasure. I mean, you could do that all day, right?
Honestly, dude, I could honestly just get on a ship, find some cool, chill people to hang out with, and just go selling.
Yeah.
And they were saying something about, so I actually got the chance to play in the open beta along with the other few, and they said that was a fraction of what was going to be in the full release. So there's going to be a lot. So the islands we saw, apparently the map's going to be even bigger. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it being bigger because it's already pretty big.
Yeah, it's already pretty big as it is. But I was actually looking at the map and I was like, this is big, but there's not a lot of. I mean, there's 3 different environments.
I got something for you.
What's up?
So, in my buddy Eric's Discord, someone actually linked a map that is the full map for Sea of Thieves. So you can actually see what we could see, and you can see what you get as words. You know what I mean? You'll get in the full game. So I'll throw that into chat.
Oh yeah,
hook us up with that, Craig. We need that.
We need that. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Thank you, man. All right, so let's show a quick little trailer, and then we'll talk about some really cool features they got. It should be right there at the top. Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun,
all right.
Dun, dun.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Always ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and vámonos. Chasing the pig on the beach. This is actually a really cool part. The Kraken.
I don't know what I'm gonna do when that happens.
I'm probably just gonna jump overboard and hope for the best.
I advise you not to jump over.
You think you can fish that, Kraken?
I don't know, man.
I mean, what are you supposed to do with that?
That's what I was saying. Is like sudden death? You're just R.I.P. GG.
Yeah, it's gonna sink your ship.
But how do you? There should be like a way to fight it. Like maybe when the tentacles come, you can like shoot it with the cannonballs. I don't know.
Or maybe with the cannons, probably.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool to see. Oh man, the more and more I look at this game, I'm really tempted to buy it. All right, so some of the features, some of the really cool features that I want to point out about this game. So we were talking about the variety of the world, and apparently the map's gonna be even bigger. There are 3 distinct types of locations you will come across selling the high seas, the shores of plenty, the ancient isles, and the wilds. Each area has their own unique look. So like I believe like the shores of plenty is like bright, vibrant. The wilds is like Yeah,
out
the
of an
wild.
Avatar movie or something.
Yeah, yeah. And then the wilds is like, obviously, as the name goes, is like dark, menacing. You know, you're gonna find a lot of
Skull
skeleton
and
enemies there.
Bones.
The place where you don't want to go. But I imagine the more dangerous it is, the better the booty. I mean the loot.
Yeah.
The loot. Yeah.
The booty.
Did you mean loot? Because I could
I
have
mean
sworn you
loot, yeah.
said booty.
The
But I
booty.
got you. Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
what pirates say. The booty. Matey, the booty. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully, you know, throughout the game they'll release some more different locations. But I think that'll be very, very interesting. Another really cool key feature. Give me a second. Gotta go right back up the booty. Another cool feature is there are 3 main, I guess people call them factions. There are some of the merchants, the only 3 merchants in the game on the island: the Golden Hoarders, the Merchant Alliance, and the Order of Souls are your 3 main sources of income. They will give you tasks, a variety of tasks. In return, they would deliver you payment, obviously gold and all that good stuff. Just kind of dive deep into them, as we can see right here. So, for instance, the Gold Hoarders have come to the Sea of Thieves with the goal of treasure hunting and amassing a great wealth. They would give you a riddle. They would give you riddle maps, or the X marks the spot, the typical maps that will test your knowledge of the islands and encourage you to find details you might have missed previously. And I remember doing this with you guys, right? We did the X marks the spot, and right. I'm not gonna lie, a couple of them were actually quite confusing.
Well, the trick is you've got to even though an X is in a general vicinity, doesn't mean it's like an exact location. So the trick is actually still finding it. You know, the exact spot to dig. You know, so I think that's pretty interesting, man.
But I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. We didn't get a chance to do the riddles. I was actually looking forward to that.
Yep.
We got so
did not see any riddles.
Yeah, we got so sidetracked chasing people across the water and getting, you know. I remember our first ship. What happened to our first ship, Bites?
Oh my goodness. I can't remember. We sunk plenty of ships. I'll just say that.
Like, even before we could leave the dock, we sunk our first ship. It was a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explosives. I'll just say that. Some explosives.
Oh, it was in Ravage. Ravage is the best, man. All right, so for the second of 3 factions, it's going to be the Merchant Alliance, controls trade in the Sea of Thieves, and they will be tasking you with gathering goods ranging from creatures to supplies. Make sure your crew operates like a well-oiled machine, because they're sticklers for deadlines. So for instance, they'll give you like, hey, collect 5 snakes, 3 pigs, and 2 chickens. And you have a deadline. They give you the time and date you're supposed to be back. If you don't make it back, you don't get the payment. You know.
If I remember from the beta right, they pay well, but those deadlines though, they get you.
Is that what it is? The deadlines?
It's the deadlines is what makes it. It's simple game mechanics of, okay, get this, and this, instead of the Gold Hoarders where it's just, here's a map, give it to you. That's pretty easy. You gotta worry about finding it. Then they go, okay, now not only you got to find it, but you have a certain amount of time to find it, and in exchange for that increase in difficulty, we'll pay you a whole lot more. All I know is pigs are never where you want them to be.
Oh yeah, that's true. Pigs are all over the island, and I bet too, like, they're gonna have you sell out probably pretty far from the outposts. And
oh yeah, they're not going to
increase the chance of running into other pirates on the way back. You know, so.
And I think that's cool because, you know, say for instance you're out there, you got 5 pigs and you're headed back. You're like, I'm about to get this money. I'm about to make it rain. I'm about to get a new pirate jacket and a hook for a hand. And then you see this ship to your right of you, and they're docked. You know, like plenty of times we've seen, and they got chests out on the deck. Who knows if it's a trap or not? You got to make a choice. Do I want to return this, you know, the items I've gathered for the Alliance, or do I want to go after that, you know, the enemy ship? Or for instance, someone's trying to cut you off, like we've been cut off plenty of times, returning our loot back to the island. I think that's a really cool aspect for the game, for sure.
Yeah, I like that. For sure. That's a good mechanic in the game. I just wish, you know, if you do have loot, or if you are running, you know, a bounty like this, you should be able to secure it some way on the boat. A better way to secure your loot.
I forget. I believe the brig has some kind of security behind it.
Yeah, maybe it was just in the beta. They didn't have a real way to store it, a secure way to store it, I guess.
Maybe
so.
like Yeah, like maybe they throw in there like a brick or something where you can put your treasure, and then like the enemy has to jump in your boat, and they have to like wait out the timer or something like that. 15 minutes to 15 minutes, 15 seconds or 20 seconds for to open the brig or blow with some dynamite. You know what I mean?
Or
and then
blow
open
it up. Yeah.
Instead of
A huge
jumping
lock
yeah, so,
door.
yeah.
Maybe in the future, these guys said that when they release this game, that's not it. They're definitely looking to do more with it as they can.
And that's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. So that's a good thing.
They actually worded it very well. They said they're releasing the game when it comes out. You're getting the full game. It's not still under the development. You're not getting a game that's early access. You're getting the game, and then they will definitely sprinkle some extras in there as they can.
Nice.
And that's good because how many games these days do we get on like complete on full release? I mean on release day. Not
a whole lot anymore as a PC player, no.
And we get a lot of games released saying, "Hey, this is the full game," but it's really not, and you can tell that this missing something. And they kind of throw it at you like a DLC, like, "Oh, here you go, buddy." Like week 2, a DLC. And you're like, "Nah, this is definitely patched. Something's missing."
DLC, you just didn't finish it.
yeah, you just didn't finish it. What is going on here, man? And then last but not least, the third faction is the Order of Souls wants to gain control of the ancient magic of the world for themselves. They will send you and your crew on a hunt for deadly skeleton captains, claim victory, and bring back your spoils of war and deliver the captain's skull to the Order.
Awesome.
We didn't have the pleasure of doing this one, but this one actually looks really cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being in the game, in the beta. Was that in the beta?
I don't think that was. No, I don't think that was.
I don't remember
so the ones I saw in the beta were the Merchant Alliance and the Gold Hoarders. Those two.
Yep, those two.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Gold Hoarders was the guy in the tent, and the Merchant was the lady on the dock with the stopwatch. So yeah, I didn't see the Order of Souls. Maybe that would have been somewhere else, but to my knowledge, I did not. I didn't experience it, but it actually looks pretty cool. It would be cool to see some type of like balancing system. So how it works is you can pretty much max out all 3 of those. You can level up through all of them. Yep. And the more and more you do tasks and stuff for them, complete voyages, the harder the tasks get and the more the payout. It'd be really cool to see like, hey, if you work for the, Order of Souls, you do more jobs for them. Your rep goes down with the Merchant Alliance, kind of like, get what I'm saying? Like you have to do a balance of that. You can't just get out there, grab a bunch of quests, spam, level up. You have to choose your, that'd be really cool. Yeah. You have to choose your quest wisely.
I like how none of these factions come out and say we are good and we are bad.
That's true.
I kind of like it. It's more of a, how do you want to make your money today? Well,
or
you can go for it.
How much risk do you want to take on or danger,
It seems they kind of stack in terms of risk and reward. Where the Gold Hoarders, all right, here's a map, here's a riddle, very low risk other than, going out there, finding the treasure and bringing it back. You go to merchants, you add deadlines, and you still have the risk of going out and encountering other pirates that want your shit. And you have the Order of Souls where you're going out, you're going to be fighting the assholes. The skeletons is what I meant to say, but
well, pretty much you're right.
The skeletons aren't a threat.
They're kind of dicks, but yeah. And then you got to do that. Then you got to still combat all of the pirates out there that want your stuff. So my question with the Order of Souls is, it makes me wonder if they have a deadline that hasn't been specified yet.
So as far as I know, the only one that has a deadline is the Merchant Alliance. So with the Order of Souls, I looked into it. They're more combat related voyages. Okay. So like the Gold Hoarders might have you find a chest or 2. The Alliance might have you go find 3 snakes, 4 mice, and a pig. The Order of Souls is gonna have you going out there fighting. Like if you want to go into combat, which a lot of people do, you myself and I love the combat. You're gonna want to go with the Order of Souls. So,
probably like take 5 ships down. Or
yeah, something like that. I imagine they'll
rob
have like
a crew member.
Rob a crew member, easy. But I imagine like just like you said, I imagine like right now these three main merchants are kind of like voyages. But I imagine in the game they have like kind of side achievements, like side quests, like you were talking about, like take down 5 enemy ships in a day. Lock somebody in the brig for an hour. I don't know, something fancy like that. Capture 5 pigs. Come
exactly.
kind of some stuff to mix it up, give a little variety. So not just like going back and forth. You kind of just go off and do what you want to do, and then hey, I can capture 5 pigs. I'm good to go. Something like that.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. So kind of like how we mentioned, it pretty much says as you progress through the ranks of each trading company, you will unlock new voyages that increase in difficulty and complexity. You can share these quests with all members of the crew regardless of their rank. So brand new and seasoned players can set sail together. You will also build your reputation along the way and increase as it increases, you'll be able to unlock new titles and cosmetics. So I think that's really cool because say Bites, for instance, Bites is grinding. He's been playing for like a week. And I'm like, oh, I just got the game. And I'm like, like a lot of games that kind of like cap you. You can't do this if you're not this level or we haven't progressed this far. Right. But, I could just jump in and out seamlessly and do some quests with you, So I think that's really cool. And
one thing I want to point out too with the cosmetics and titles and stuff. Now, from what I saw, you don't get any increased like HP or increased stamina or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or the cosmetic gear. It's just purely cosmetic. Not like you're getting armor and stuff like that.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, and I like that. As far as we've seen, I like that. I know I went into one shop and they had like little skins for your guns. So I don't know. I don't know if you like buy different weapons. I would assume you can, but some do more damage than others.
I would like some protection while swimming. I know that. I died by a shark at least 4 times.
Maybe like a spear gun.
Let me throw this out there. I know the starting sniper you get, the crosshairs are literally a crack in the glass of the stone.
I saw that.
Yeah. That's actually pretty creative.
You like that?
I thought it was cool.
Quite a bit. My thoughts are maybe with the weapons, they can either increase in damage as you go up, because it wouldn't be fair. I mean, you earn that weapon. Why don't you get a little more oomph with it?
I like
but on
that
top
idea.
of that, yeah, with the increase in cosmetics, instead of having that bad crosshair that you're like, I think this is the center shit, you get like a nice one, and then all right, you got a clear crosshair. That's kind of your upgrade for that.
Right. That's what I was saying. I wish it was maybe more developed in those areas with the gear, because some of it is just cosmetic and personal preference, but I'd like to see something more
aimed towards like
like dedicated towards surviving
to give you a reason,
world,
yeah. And I know some people will complain like, oh man, this guy's got like the OP sniper rifle with the gold barrel. Oh no, but that kind of makes you want to push that much further to attain it.
Yes and no. I'd say yes and no. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out against you guys on this one. I do like, no matter if you have a crew of friends that you just got today, you've been playing the game for a whopping 15 minutes, for you to still have a chance against those guys that have been playing it for 3 weeks, I don't mind that.
That's true.
It kind of throws us, I don't want to throw it out on like, oh, we're all on even ground. We're all equals here in the land of Sea of Thieves.
Nope, you're not.
But no, I see both ends. Definitely.
Well, think about this. If you do encounter a player who's been playing for a while, the only reason you're going to know that is because of his clothes.
True.
And I think it just needs to be more rewarding. But we'll see. Maybe this is just all speculation and they have something up their sleeves for this.
I don't know. Like, I wanna bounce off of what Craig said about that. I personally do like the idea of having higher tier weapons. Yeah.
All right, just making sure my thing got fucked.
Yeah, but I personally like the idea of having higher tier weapons, because then that separates the the pros from the Joes. You know what I mean? And it gives you, like I said, gives you something to shoot for. With that aspect, it'd be cool if they had it like, hey, I got this nice shiny gun. You could actually take down someone's ship and loot their bodies for it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So there's the obviously you get higher tier weapons. Yeah, there's that skill gap and the weapon range damage gap and dexterity for body armor. But at the same time, it's like, do you want to take this out on the ocean? If you do, you could either win a battle or you could lose a battle and lose it all. I think that'd be a really cool aspect of the game.
I mean, that seems like what a pirate would do anyways, right? If a pirate boarded a ship and you had a nice gun, he'd take it. Or he or she would take it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I think that'd be really cool.
I'm I want to keep on track, but at the same time, I kind of want to go. I want to go off script for a moment.
Yeah, go for it.
What do you guys want to see in the future? It sounds like all three of us have had a taste of what Sea of Thieves is kind of like. What do you want to see improved upon or added in the future?
Me personally, I think I would like. I think honestly, I'm just talking about the weapons. I would just like higher tier weapons, be able to loot weapons. Maybe like with boat combat. Maybe even like have it so you could get what are those? I don't know the
Like
term for it, but
your boat.
Reinforce your bow,
Yeah.
or even like instead of like using like how you use the planks to like fix the holes, maybe use like metal,
Okay.
metal plates to kind of like hold it down a little longer.
Because it still leaks once you repair it with wood.
A little bit.
Yeah,
A little
it definitely still leaks. It definitely still leaks.
I can see that.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
I would like, for me personally, I agree with G. Yeah, I'd like some more options with the boat. I don't know how many boats or ships are available for the release. I'm assuming there might be a couple variations, but I'd like to maybe see them expand more with that because they're vehicles, right? And I'm all about the vehicles in the games. And then I would think that for me, I'd like an easier way to get to the emotes too, because there are a ton of those, and they're kind of hard to work with right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Pretty much.
I agree tenfold. Why don't I throw out some stuff as well? I want to see in the future. I want to see more boats because at one point in time you have the little schooner, you have the galleon. At one point in time, you're going to be very used to those, and you're just like, all right, whatever. This is a cakewalk. I want to see a new boat that's just like, all right, we got 17 sails. Manage that.
Oh, that would be so cool. But how do you think that'll work with 4 people though?
That's
how do you think
a
that'll work
lot.
with 4 people though? Could you imagine running back and forth?
Maybe that's one that depends on you to do what I mentioned earlier, where you kind of meet up with other people. You're like, hey, sup? I know we're not in the same party, but I got a big ass boat. You want to work it? That's not the way I meant to
Have a
word
crew
that.
of 8 instead of 4.
Alternatively, let me address that. I kind of want to see if you could do upgrades to your boat to make it easier to handle. So maybe you have one knob that controls all of the direction of all of the sails. As an upgradable option. Maybe you have a wheel that you don't need to turn as much to get a full crank left or right.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
That would be nice. That would definitely be nice.
That would be dope.
Man,
I like the idea of expanding your crew. That seems pretty cool because, to be honest, man, a lot of the current jobs, whether that's driving, whether you're a ship hand, man, those are full-time jobs, man. Like,
you're damn right.
Keeping that boat afloat after a wreck is a job.
Oh yeah, we've gone down plenty of times, bro. We're like, wait, are we sinking? Are we? Yeah, we're sinking, right? And I'm just still bailing water.
Get out of hand really quick.
Real quick.
Like, navigating is a full-time job. You need somebody downstairs looking at the big map. You need somebody driving. You need somebody working the sales. So yeah, I like to see them expand on that. Especially, 4-man teams are cool. But yeah, make it an easy way for teams to combine. I think that'd be dope.
For those listening, I had an experience in my closed beta, the final beta, where we had a full crew of 4. It was me, Eric, PJ, and someone else. I don't remember his name. Sorry, that other guy. And
some rando.
Some
guy.
Some rando. It was a buddy Eric. So I just don't fucking know. But we were going to this island looking for chickens. And we saw another galleon parked there, and we went, all right, we're going to fuck these guys up. And on the approach, we noticed they were waving to us. They were saying ahoy in the little, quick chat. We're doing
trap.
I'm like, no, not at all. I went up and I was like, maybe they're trying to say, hey, don't fuck with us because we're not trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
So we started waving back. We started saying ahoy back, and before we knew it, we ditched our galleon at that island. We hopped up there with them.
What? That never even crossed my mind.
8 people, Glit, on a galleon together, playing music, dancing, and then going out. And you know how you have a feature where you can show a map or you can show a contract.
Oh yeah, you can pull it up and hold it up or whatever.
That's where it became awesome. So we had our contracts, we had our little treasure map. We turned them around, we showed them to them, and we're just like, hey, can we head there while we're out? They went, sure, why not? So we went to their island first, and they dug up 2 Marauder chests, which is I believe second to best, and
Mhm.
1 Seafarer's chest. One of their crew took a Marauder's chest and threw it in the corner. They said, "That one's for you guys." And we're like, "Oh
Wow.
shit, really?" And then after that, we showed them our map. We said, "Hey, we got to head to this island for our thing." We went over to that island. We got 2 Marauders chests and Seafarer's chests. We gave them Marauders chest back. We went, "That's for you."
What?
I do have a
It was
question on
awesome.
that.
Go
Say,
for
like
it.
for instance, you're on their ship and like you go to the captain's quarters, you choose your quest.
Yeah.
Were you able to still choose a quest from their captain's cabins, or
That's the trick. You can't. So before we set off on a voyage, or
you grabbed
before we set
all your
off with them,
quests?
we grabbed our quest and we decided on it at our ship, and that's how we got to cooperate with it. So that's the
Which
only
brings up
downside
another
of playing.
point, man. They need a way for you to add people to
So a party.
your boat. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you encounter new players, you can maybe give them a contract, maybe have them agree to join the party of the boat, and yeah, just become one big group, massive group.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so
be
you can
cool.
all get quests from there. Another element that I didn't even think about when you were talking about that story is you could sell with them and I'm like, yeah, we're cool with you, and then they straight backstab you to steal your stuff. That'd be insane. That's an option. You know what I mean? Go with someone a couple voyages. One of the boys die, and they're just
Yeah.
like, okay. Should
Well,
we,
you can't
you know?
you can't officially trade with other players right now. I don't think. You
I
just
mean,
give
you
them stuff,
would
right?
just
Outside
give
of
them stuff.
giving them chests that you find, no.
There's
Yeah.
no trading mechanism though, like
No.
in-game
No.
trading.
No.
That'd be
It would.
another cool thing too.
That would be cool in-game
Do
training.
Yeah, an in-game trading thing. But as far as I've gotten with trading is they had a merchant quest that they showed to me and Eric, and they were just like, "We need to find chickens," and then we went, "Oh shit, we still have chickens on our boat."
And then
Yeah.
you could give
And we
them,
went back to
yeah.
our boat and we tossed them our chickens because they were the ones we were looking for, and then we turned that in, and they gave us another chest in exchange for that. It was really cool.
I'll tell
I'm
you what,
happy.
Glitch. This is why this didn't happen with us, because as soon as we saw somebody, we fucking shot the cannon at them. We should have been peaceful. We should have been like, "Hey guys, we're friendly" or whatever, instead of letting those things fly. Put the
You guys
pause
Well,
cannot. You guys cannot be blamed.
I mean, but like, you're sitting there, you got a cannonball in their cannon. You kind of want to shoot at somebody. You know what I mean?
Tempting.
You want to lay down the law,
Let me throw out the other side of it, though. On the online community, nobody wants to be friends, it seems like. It's like, if you ain't in my crew, you my enemy. So they go
It makes
for
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
it. Like GTA Online, for example.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. That's the best.
You can be walking down the street minding your own merry business. Someone will walk up to you, fucking shoot you with a machine pistol, and then walk off like it was nothing. I was like, why? What was your motive?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
But I think that comes from, since we role play, we're kind of like thinking about that. But to all those people, all they want to do is just showcase their power. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what it's about. But one thing I want to okay, we talked about how they could join the ship. I had a really cool idea. There it goes. So if I'm in a game, if I'm in an instance, and then Bite gets online, he's like, "Hey man, I can play for an hour or two." It'd be really cool that I didn't have to leave my instance for him to join me. You know what I mean? You could invite people. Like, who knows? It's gonna be a feature in the in the whole. Ginny's like, "Watch my power." In the whole on full release. I think that should be a must. I don't really know. I mean, I assume people could be like, "Hey, I'm gonna invite you to my thing, or invite 10 people. Then I'm going to Zerg people." But maybe they cap it at you can invite 3 people, like in general. As far as I know, in the beta, I couldn't join anybody's game. You'd have to leave the full game, come back to the menu, invite you, jump back in the game. I didn't like that about that. It made it really clunky, and it made it kind of kills your immersion.
What's clunky?
Mhm.
Yeah. But I do want to keep going to these features, and then we can talk more about these. So some people might be wondering, well, okay, say I go throughout the three merchants and I max level myself up, my crew. What happens then? What's the end game? There's more to it. So after leveling your crew through each trading company, you will gain access to the legendary pirate hideout. Here, you and your crew will be able to take on legendary voyages that will offer better loot and as well as uncover a secret Athena's fortune. So I don't know if you guys saw it in the video, but it's like this kind of looks like a ghost cave. You know what I mean? Like a ghost ship. And you go in there. It looks pretty cool. We didn't have obviously the pleasure of doing it because we weren't really going around and doing our quests. We maybe did like 2 quests in all the hours we played because we got so sidetracked.
Very true. Very
yeah.
true.
And one of the other things, remember we were playing and we're like, what is that skeleton cloud? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
The
what
big
that
red
is,
one.
yeah, that's a raid. That's a stronghold.
Ooh.
Yeah, so how it works is pretty much, you see it, you plot the course to it, you go there. When you get there, there's like a stronghold of a bunch of skeletons. I heard it's actually really hard.
It
So you get there, say like for what Craig said, you get there with another crew. You're like, hey man, we need to beat this. We're having a hard time. Like, hey, give us some of that dap, give them a friendly hug or whatever you want to do. Say, all right, let's do it together. Because it's hard with one crew. That's what I've been hearing. But if you conquer it and you beat the whole stronghold and you beat the boss on the island and you get that chest and the key, you get upwards of 2,000 to 4,000, whatever you want to call it, coins,
In
gold.
gold.
Yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot.
That's it.
It's a lot of money.
And that's cool because, say for instance, I show up to the island with my galleon and I'm like, okay, we're in missile. I'm pew pewing, I'm hitting swords and stuff like that. I look to my right, another galleon pulls up. I'm like, uh-oh. You got to fight them and you got to fight the skeletons on the island. So I think that's
Wait a minute.
really
Is
cool.
that 2 to 4K per player?
I think it's 2 to 4K per player. Yeah, kind of like how it's a general payout.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's more incentive to say, because I know a lot of people are like, I don't really want to do PvP. I don't want to deal with it. But why not go to the island, get that 2 to 4K instead of grinding all these small, merchant alliances where I'm getting like 250, 500. It's kind of like because in Arma 3, like we had a server where it's like we call it the red zone. If you want a PvP, you go here.
Right.
So it's kind of like that. Same as in in RP first, they have the zones where you can like the strongholds where you can capture them. It's kind of like that.
Oh yeah. It's
So
a
if you
lot of
want-
games that
yeah.
have got that time mechanism where
Mhm.
every so often there's a public event, if you will, that players can all go to
Mhm.
engage in an epic battle for a really huge reward. So I'm happy to see that. I didn't know that's what that was. I thought it was just a PvP scrimmage or something like that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a PvP scrimmage and a little quest to do. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be checking that out.
Just know that there are people there at those stronghold islands
Yeah.
that will just park nearby, and their only objective is to sit there and wait for people that want to get in on the stronghold and fuck their days up.
Ooh. I imagine
The
so.
upside to having an 8-person crew is we fuck their days up.
Did you guys ever take that 8-person crew to the strongholds?
Yes, that's we as an 8-man galleon, fully armed. We went in there, and someone was trying to keep people from getting to the stronghold island. I don't know why, but we went in there, and with everybody fully loaded, fully operational, we took out that boat completely, and we got into the stronghold, and that was half the fucking battle because
That's
we
awesome.
went in there, and the skeletons are hard on those islands.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't die. So
Oh, yeah.
we had to do all that. Then we had to get the key and then unlock the door to get that chest, and it
Mhm.
was difficult, but it
Yeah.
was
Oh, it sounds
rewarding. It was
difficult.
it was fun, but it was rewarding.
And the base price for this game, if anybody's wondering, if you're contemplating spending some hard-earned pennies on it, and your pockets is itching to make it rain, this game's gonna be about $60. I know. Yeah, full 60. I'm looking at it. The only place I see like is a place called geekseek.co UK is like $50, but who knows their tax, but it's a $60 game. With that said, Craig Bites, do you feel like it's worth $60? That's the question. Do you
40.
feel like it's worth $60?
What I see right now, $40.
Yeah. What about you, Bites?
Man, that's a tough one. Now you got to keep in mind, I'm a PC player, but I'm also an Xbox player as well. With this game also being Xbox One X enhanced, getting the 4K option, I think 60 is fair with the amount of content plus the additional features. Uh, that's kind of where I'm at. From the experience that we had, I had fun, and
Yeah.
when you have fun, price is not really a huge thing, with it being kind of like a standard price for a game. Now, if they were talking about like a deluxe edition or an elite edition for 99, I don't know if I'd be willing to do that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind expanding on things Denny said. So there's a large group. I was part of them until like a day ago. Just know that the Xbox Games Pass for $10 a month, you can get all of the games they have in there, including all of the Xbox exclusives that are coming out this year. They will be put on there on release, $10 a month. You have full access to them for streaming.
So
The
is it on the pass?
Sea of Thieves, here's the caveat to all of that. Sea of Thieves will be on that Xbox Games Pass. Just know, even though it's a Play Anywhere game, you cannot play it on the PC using the Xbox Games Pass.
Right.
That makes
So,
no sense.
That's a
I
downside.
finally looked into, well, it is, to be fair, Glitch, it is called the Xbox Games Pass.
Yeah, but it's also, isn't it on the Play Anywhere list?
It is on the Play Anywhere list, but you got to think, for the full $60, maybe you are kind of paying for that Play Anywhere playability. So just know
Right.
that it's cross-platform, but you have to actually play it. You have to actually buy the full $60 game to be able to play it anywhere.
Well, most of the games that are coming in 4K now are considered premium games. So
Fair.
I don't really play
$60
on
is
4.
fair.
I don't really play in 4K, so I don't, but I know a lot of people do.
Right.
But yeah. Yeah. Denny said pretty much. He said so. I thank you, Derpy and Denny. They said I think it depends on if you have friends to run with. That's a big thing.
Yep.
As streamers though, you could totally build a community around it. That's another pro. Derpy says maybe 30. I was really surprised when Microsoft said that the price of State of Decay. And Denny
Keep in mind, it's got matchmaking too. So if you don't have friends, you can be matched up. I don't know how well it works.
Yeah, and I guess the pro is it's cross-platform, so I guess that hits it up to 60. Me personally, I pay 40.
40 sounds good.
You're some cheap mofos. Tell you.
What?
But you
No,
gotta think,
$40.
But you gotta
game?
no.
But
you
a fully released Microsoft game, not no release, and then you got a patch coming in 2 weeks.
okay.
Talk about a full game, bro.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate. It is Microsoft. Microsoft's pretty reliable. I give you that. Yes, it's worth it. But at the same time, is you know how many other games are coming out this year that are not $60?
True.
Or Far Cry 5 with the amount of content they're coming out with, that's $60.
Yeah.
You kind of have to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie.
But can you drive a boat with your friends in Far Cry?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh well, let me shut up then.
You could fly a helicopter. You could drive a
Let me shut
boat.
up.
You could, but it's not a 4-person. It's only 2 that I know of. But it's like I'm sitting here and I'm saying, because that's what's determining if I even stream this game or play with friends. I really want to play this game. Well, we got Far Cry 5 coming out. We got A Way Out coming out, and then next month we got God of War coming out. It's like I'm talking the heavy hitter titles coming out. Is this game
cross-platform though? Are they cross-platform?
No.
So I think they can almost justify the $60 between cross-platform, play
4K.
anywhere, 4K, and giving it more as time goes on. I was about to go on to something else. Damn it, I lost it.
Mm-hmm.
But
no fishing though. Craig.
No fishing. So
that kind of surprised me.
That
made no sense though. They got to add it somewhere down the line because you're out at sea. Why would you not go fishing?
So yeah, I think beyond that, I think the reason they ramped it up to the full 60 is because it's an Xbox Games Pass game. They're thinking, okay, we're gonna lose some by putting it on there immediately because people are gonna be playing it for $10 a month amongst other games. So I think they're ramping it up to 60 to kind of, I'd say, cushion that a bit.
Yeah. And Diddy made a good point. Pretty much, say for instance, you're rocking with your friends, you pay $60. This has happened to all of us, every single one of us. You buy that game, your friends like, yeah, we'll play. Full $60, $70, $80, whatever package you get. A month later, everybody's burnt out. Bang. That's like $60 down the drain. So that comes into what Craig said is, are the devs, and Craig confirmed, will be pumping out content. But for how long? Are we going to get like 1 DLC? Are we going to get 2 DLC? Or are they going to continue like maybe grow the island, add different events, maybe even release different factions that you guys like? Factions would be dope for players. Like say when I jump in, I can decide what faction I want to work for a merchant. Plus I can decide what kind of faction I want to be in as a pirate. Like that'll be dope. So if
let's look at some other Microsoft games though. What was another big title Microsoft had? Was it Forza?
Yeah,
they had Forza, Cuphead. Let me look this up.
If you look at Forza as like a AAA title, I guess that Microsoft did. I mean, they've been running with this for years now. people love that particular game. It's always updated constantly, new content. So
So it looks like, yeah, I get you. It looks like Derpy is saying he has the Games Pass, he has Halo Wars 2 on my Xbox, and it looks like he can install on his computer. So looking at that, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna act like they didn't straight up say you couldn't. When Sea of Thieves comes out on Tuesday, I'm gonna get the Xbox Games Pass, and I'm gonna get Sea of Thieves, and then I'm going to still attempt to download it on my computer.
Bro,
And
do
I'm
it.
gonna come back with you because
yeah, let
someone's
us
gonna
know.
do it.
Let us know,
And
dude.
if
If
that's
you
the
do
case,
it,
I'm gonna
if you do
scream
it,
it from the heavens.
oh, bro, scream it from the heavens, man. I'm saying if that works, I will play it. I will gladly stream the ish out of this game and play it with Bites and everybody.
That'd be
Bro,
dope.
It's a great
self-plug.
game.
Self-plug. I
Yo.
lost a buddy, and I really don't have anyone to play with right now. So,
I'll
Bro,
play
I
with you,
got you,
Craig.
man.
I
I got you,
bro.
Craig. I got you,
Yeah, man.
BB.
But check this out. Can
man.
you imagine if it was free to play, but you had to
Ooh.
buy the cosmetic stuff like Fortnite? I think this game has that level.
I think it
of
does.
detail.
I
Yeah,
think it
man.
does. That
sure.
I'm pretty sure that's the route that they thought about going because, like Warframe, I mean, guys, the free to play platform can definitely work to a lot of games' favor. Like for instance, like Byte said, have people, there's some cosmetics you can unlock. Well, give them a choice. Like in I know for instance, like Rainbow Six Siege, you can unlock stuff via renown or something like that, or you can pay money for it. So I think that'd be smart. But either way.
Yeah, this game would have blew up like Denny said, man, because the game is already beautiful to look at.
Mm-hmm.
There's a variety of activities you can do, and if they had a dope sword or some dope pistol that I could buy a skin for, I would have
a gold sword or a gold pistol skin.
Man.
Yeah,
or some
man.
jewelry or gold teeth even. I would have bought.
He said gold teeth.
The irony is hitting me so hard right now because typically in microtransactions existing games, we get pissed.
Oh yeah.
It's like, no, stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it.
I know,
And then we're
but
here
still.
like, hey,
but for me, I could care less about microtransactions. They do not bother me. Honestly, like when I heard about what was that game came out that everybody's on a fit about?
Battlefront 2.
Not
The
Battlefront.
Star Wars game.
No, it was that one, and there was another one. The one where they fight orcs and stuff like that. You make the stronghold. What was it called? Not Morrowind. Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War. Yeah, Shadow of War. That one. Everybody.
What the hell was Shadow of Mordor? Was that
Shadow of Mordor was
the
a
first
game.
one.
It was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the first one. Yeah, I keep calling it. I want to call it Shadow of Mordor 2, but it's not. Shadow of War. That was a game that people threw a fit about microtransactions. But the reason people were throwing a fit was the fact that you couldn't get to the final boss and beat the game without that,
Fuck.
getting those chests and stuff like that, which would be easier to get via transactions. But the catch is you can get that chest. You just got to grind it that much harder if you want to do it in game without buying those, in-game currencies. So I don't mind microtransactions. It's just if they kind of like, try to level lock you or block your progression, make it hard on you. I don't think that's fair.
And that's why I said cosmetic stuff. Like I'm cool with looking unique in a game because I paid to look that way. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was a good point. I thought it made sense that the level of this game would have had something like that. So I thought I'd bring it up to you guys.
Yeah. Denny made a good point. He says, folks don't care about microtransactions unless they are thrown into the $60 game. And also says, and affect your actual experience if you don't get them. True. Star Wars changed their progressive system yesterday, by the way. Whew, they finally learned their lesson, right?
That's dope.
Yo, the backlash for that game was amazing.
Astronomical.
What has it been, like 6 months, 8 months?
It's been that much long. It's been a while. Denny pretty much says they got tired of holding the L. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, honestly, if your community is screaming, we don't want this is your community. You sometimes got to cater to them. Yeah, you're making the game. Yeah, you got the money. But who's buying your game? The consumer. So sometimes you got to be like, hey, we'll give and take. And they finally said, we're tired of this L. We'll trade it for like a half of a W. We're good.
Well, people were literally just going to stop playing. So
yeah. I hope that's a clear message that's being sent to game developers across the board. That's just like, you guys love these loot boxes and all of this stuff. You better do it right, or we're gonna make sure you fucking pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm a big anti-loot box, anti-microtransactions guy.
Yeah, but it could go either way. But for this game,
I was gonna say that. Yeah, it can go either way. Because if you got the money and you don't care, you're gonna pay to be the strongest cat around. But I understand not everybody has the money to pay for those things.
Yeah, I mean, like we were just talking about, like a lot of people, the average consumer thinks twice about paying $60 for a game now. I feel like everybody does, you know. So I mean, you got some, like you said, some people that are buying control. They'll pay whatever for a game, buy all the microtransactions, win. But then the average consumer is like sitting here like paying $60 is a lot of money these days. I don't know about you guys, but you know, with all the other games coming out, you know. $60
and I come from a perspective too. I work in IT every day. I'm an application developer. I know how many hours goes into making a product. People want their money. You know, they want their coins for their work.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of side on that too. I can understand that. But you know,
Yeah.
hopefully in the future though, you know, they'll just do it right. And if they do it right, they won't have any problems. So
yeah, that's true. All right, so I guess let's just rate it. I mean, we've played it. We've all three played it. I would rate it 8 out of 10.
8.
I would give it a 9 or a 10 if it wasn't $60.
8 out of 10. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Bites?
I mean, compared to all the games you said are coming out this year, you want to give it an 8? Then what are you going to rate Far Cry 5? I'm
10? 10?
It's
10 out of 10? 10 out of 10.
It's going to get a 9. 9 because it has fishing. It's a Far Cry game, but it's not. I don't think it's going to get that full 10 until I play it because the Far Cry formula is becoming a little clear.
Yes.
It's becoming a formula that you can actually interpret.
Yeah. It's not all over the board. This game looks legit. And I'm gonna show you guys a little gem at the end of the podcast. And I think this change your mind, Bites. Yo, this like Far Cry 5 is gonna be amazing.
Can I give it my own custom rating? I'm gonna give it a letter D for dope. Because I just like seeing.
Yeah, there you go. All
right.
There you go.
How about
okay. Letter D for dope. Sounds like for Sesame Street. The letter of the day is D for dope.
D.
All right, man. So pretty much you got everybody, well, people in chat, you guys can definitely vote if you guys want to or rate it. Be appreciated. But pretty much we got we got an 8 out of 10. And then what was yours, Craig?
It was 8.
It was 8, and then we got letter D for dope, which is pretty much an 8 out of 10. So
that's 8 out of 10.
That's 8 out of 10. That's 8 out of 10. But yeah, all right. So let's move on to another game. This is another sleeper. And when I first saw this game on YouTube, I was like, I'm not really into it. Whatever. Another zombie game. Like when you say zombie game, what's the first game that pops in mind?
This is not another zombie game.
Yes, I know, but we'll dive into it. But when you say zombie game, the first game I think of is DayZ. That ruined my whole experience for zombie games. DayZ.
Yeah, DayZ.
Dead Island.
Dead Island. Okay.
For some reason, just when you go zombie game, what comes to mind? Dead Island.
Dead Island. Okay. Well, we're gonna be talking about State of Decay 4.
Oh.
So, give me a second.
Hype levels are over the roof.
Yeah. No, sorry, not 4. It's 2. Why did I just say 4? Good Lord Jesus. I was like 4, and I was like, that sounds a little iffy. But we're gonna be talking about State of Decay 2. I don't know. I threw a 4 in there.
Hey, you planning on buying it twice?
I would have bought it twice. But no, people are like, wait. State of Decay 4? Like, they haven't even dropped number 2. But yeah, this is State of Decay 2, guys. I'm sorry, but pretty much this is a sequel to State of Decay. The first one sold about 4.5 million copies. Yeah. 4.5 million copies.
That's a lot.
So that lets you know numero 2, not 4, is going to be a hit. This is going to release May 22nd, 2018. The developer is Undead Lab. The engine they're using is Unreal Engine. Publishers Microsoft Studios. Designer is Richard Forg. And the platform is going to be on is Xbox One and Microsoft, aka
10 out of 10.
PC. This is looking good, man. This is looking really good.
Did you play the first one?
I haven't played the first one. I'm actually really tempted to play the first one.
Bites of you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so here's the deal. State of Decay Day 1 Edition is still around. It's still out. You can get it kind of cheap now. It gives you the story. I don't have a price for you. I'm going to look it up as we speak.
I'll find it.
Thank you. You get the full story, and then you get something called Breakdown Mode.
Oh, this game is old as hell, man.
What year did it come out?
2013.
Oof.
But I believe the Day 1 edition came out later.
Day 1 edition.
Day 1 edition was made. It was originally on Xbox 360. It came out with a version that came out for Xbox One. It was called the Day One Edition, and you got the full story plus something called breakdown mode, where it would put you in the world, but instead of the story, it was more focused on survival, and it'd give you goals. And when you met those goals, you could move to the next version of the breakdown. You'd unlock a legendary character that has special
Mhm.
abilities, and you could do it all again with in a more difficult setting, all the way to the end. But it gives you a very good story. It's zombie survival that doesn't feel watered down.
Mhm.
It features that permadeath,
Mhm.
where
Oh yes.
if your health gets that low, I could take this entire subject over. But if your health gets that too low and a zombie catches you, especially a special one, they can rip that character apart.
There they go. Bye bye.
You don't play someone that you dropped in and you customize. You play as a person that you get, and you work with that person until you get to a certain hideout, and
Mhm.
you recruit more survivors, and then you
Mhm.
can choose to play as one of those survivors. And if one of yours dies, you just have to move on to the next available.
Yep. Yep. And
So
that's
to
pretty.
Rick's point, you can get the full game plus the DLCs for like $14.
No reason not to.
Why not? Why not?
And
But
so the original game came out in 2018, and that that expansion you're talking about, I think it was a year later.
Mhm.
mhm. Yeah. But let's jump into the summary of this. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like what Craig decided. If you played the first one, you already know what this is about. This game actually looks pretty good. Little summary of the game is: picture a base building game put inside of a third-person action game in an open world full of zombies. That right there is the secret sauce to State of Decay 2. Set 18 months after the zombie apocalypse, the military abandons a refuge camp in small town America. Those left behind must band together to survive and band together the fall of civilization and the rise of the undead. You have to explore the deadly countryside to find fellow survivors, create strong bonds, and form a thriving or not so thriving community. In City Decay 2, zombies won't be your only enemy. You will also have to tread lightly in fear of upsetting people you come across in the vast world. Make the wrong choice, and it could be your last. So, there are a lot of really cool features in this game. One very similar to Monster Hunter, all right? But we'll get to that one. So let's talk about the procedurally generated survivors. So how it works is, so you go around this world and you come across some strongholds. You might come across one person, two people, maybe, hey, a group of 5 people that have just banded together and that are making a community. You can enter this community and you can actually make relationships and bonds with them by helping them out, doing favors to them, even recruiting one or two of them. So for instance, say like and each character, well, we'll backtrack. Each character, so like in normal games like RPG aspects, you got like your health, your attack power, you got cardio, shooting, and wits. This game dived a little deeper. So for instance, if I go rescue Jim or Bites or Craig and I take them back to my camp and they're like, okay, have a good night's sleep, they snore. All right, this is not a joke. Say for instance, Bites snoring, and he's snoring,
Like
he's snoring,
sleeping snoring?
That's sleeping snoring. Yeah, he's sleeping. He snores when he sleep. He's snoring. How many people in chat or right now on the cast like to sleep next to somebody that snores? I don't think anybody. Some people might not mind it, but I don't think a lot of people like it. You love it.
Oh, whatever.
I love it. I look for it. But that right there can actually give you a negative stat and decrease the overall moral of your community.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Your morale can go down with
your morale can go down. Yeah, so something as small as that. So this game is a lot more than what it seems. Like I look at this game and I was like, oh, this third person zombie shooter, but this is like Sims met like Dead Island or DayZ. Like it looks pretty good.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna go in there with good intentions, trying to save everybody, and then you're gonna find the dude that keeps trying to stage mutinies and snores and is an all-around dick, and you're gonna realize you can control him, and you will select him as your survivor. You will go out to the most densely zombie-populated spot, and you will go make some coffee while they have their way with that fucking guy.
Lord,
and
that's
you'll be
messed
like,
up.
whatever, fuck them. It's messed up. But your
It's
community.
Wow.
But yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go in and just have the best utopia the world has ever seen, bro.
And that means you're gonna have to leave some people with some zombies while you make some coffee.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Another really cool feature is you can seamlessly jump in and out of your friend's world as your chosen survivor. You will not. So a lot of questions were. This was a frequently asked question. People were asking. So if I can jump into Bites or Craig's game anytime I want, all right. As you know, if you're playing by yourself, you make a community. You do not bring your community with you. So I don't bring my whole little stronghold. You know, it's just down the way, down the river. I bring in my survivor. So the survivor you bring in, you could choose from your whole community. So this gives you more incentive to actually level up each survivor. Not just, oh, Jim. Jim's great. I'm just going to make Jim just the all-powerful god here. What if Jim dies? What about Sarah? Sarah's a gardener. She can't fight. You know what I mean? So
that's the risk benefit right there.
She might make her really good at, like, you know, agriculture. You might make her horrible at fighting, but she's a beast in the garden, you know, with them cucumbers and tomatoes.
Even that, Craig is a stone cold kill. You bet your ass. But my thing is, like, the comedy is like, Bites is having some trouble starting out on his own. Okay, I'm gonna take my best guy ever. And then the part of me is going to be like, I'm bringing my best guy over to Bites game. What if he dies?
Yes. That's another feature I wanted to talk about. They got a flare gun system. So the flare system is a great feature that enables players to volunteer help to another player in a different instance. When another player shoots their flare, you will get a notification. It's as simple as accepting the alert, pressing a button, and helping the other player out. Be wary if you die while you are fighting alongside that player. The risk of dying is still there. So you're not like immortal. If you die, if I take in Craig, and Craig's just a cold-blooded killer, hacking and slashing, he's a god, and he dies, I lose him. I lose him in my game, I lose him in his game. So
no one's a goddamn god in State of Decay. They do that very well. You never go around feeling like Billy Badass, even at the end of the game.
It depends on which game you buy. Now, if you get the collector's edition with all the special weapons, you might be a god.
Doesn't help.
But picture getting that pistol or that shotgun with the gold skin on it. Picture going against 50 zombie hordes. No, 50 a sort of 50 zombies.
A Zord. A zombie horde is a Zord.
A Zord.
I like it.
You guys like what I did there? But no, like for real. Like, I mean, it's not really gonna help you, you know.
No,
so
it's not.
I think it's gonna be. I honestly, both these games I want to buy. Sea of Thieves and this game.
I hope that they Bites. I hope they do it the way they did in Year One Survival Edition or Special Edition. They gave you stuff. They gave you weapons. They gave you a character, and they gave you, like, I think, a vehicle.
Yeah, you get a vehicle with this one too. You get there's an exclusive. I forget what they call this. It's a pre-order bonus pack. You get like a car. You get larger storage and a weapon.
It's worth it for the storage alone. All I know is for Year One Survival Edition, they gave you all that stuff, but none of them were buffed. I think the weapons were a little better in the durability department, but that pre-order incentive you get can be gone just like that, depending on how you play it. Because it does not.
You get that shotgun and it's like, boop, there goes.
But you lose your car, I guess.
We totally just went like into the whole topic. We didn't even play the trailer. Let's play the trailer.
Let's do that. Sorry,
wait. Before we go into that. So is this like RPG, like traditional progression style, or is it?
I don't know how they're going to do it this time around, but the way it worked is as you did skills, you do have a skill set. It's one of those, as you do them, you get better.
You level up. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. All right, let's go.
So you can't just like add points. You kind of have to do it. So if I'm rocking with Sarah and Sarah just punches zombies in the face, the more I punch zombies in the face, the better fighter she becomes. Right, Craig?
Right. Kind of like Oblivion. If you've played that, what you do is what you get better at.
I like that.
Gotcha.
I like that more games are doing that. All right, so let me know when you guys are ready and we'll start this damn thing. We're playing the State of Decay 2 E3 2017 trailer.
All right, let's go.
1, 2, 3, Vamonos.
What would you do if the world you knew was gone? All the comforts, the simple pleasures you took for granted. How would you protect yourself and the ones you love when the protectors can't even save themselves?
The army's pulling out. Come on.
My only thing is the character model's like a little stiff though.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but I was wondering if it was because of the backpack.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But like this gameplay right here, I would definitely.
Last truck.
That looks pretty fun.
Got more than one run speed, so the slower pace looks stiff.
Want some of this? How about you?
How will you decide who belongs?
Thanks.
Can you loot? Can you loot people in the first one, Craig? Like if you kill, say, your friend, can you loot
How will
them?
you choose a place to call home? How will you build it?
I think step away.
Oh, we got some skylines there, building up your area.
Work together to defend it from the terror just outside the walls. When you get hungry, cold, what risks will you take? What mistakes will you make? When the only family you've got is about to tear itself apart, will you end a life
Wait.
or save it?
So this is where choices come into, into play.
We need everybody we've got.
Yep. The door smash is a trademark State of Decay.
Yep.
No. Damn it.
When you get in too deep and realize no one gets a second chance.
Ooh, this guy's face eating off.
Nothing
How
quite
will you find the strength
puts you in that
to
moment
carry on?
until you're there. So that was never a thing. Her climbing on the back, that's new.
It's like a little like takedown feature.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you what. They never told you, they never
this world of
expressly
the living
advertised
and the
out there that permadeath was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
How will you survive?
So imagine not knowing that. And it happening in game.
That would definitely be like, wait, what? Where did Jim go? I can't get Jim back. He's dead.
You're damn right. It gave me the biggest holy shit moment ever.
I believe
That's
it.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this game's looking really good.
Rest in peace, Brad.
Queen says Shadow of Colossus already has a sequel with the jokes. Good Lord Jesus.
All right.
All right. So let's jump back into the features. So we just talked about the flare system. Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you, Weeps. Thank you for the raid. Thank you guys for the follows. So we're talking about the flare system, how you can jump in and out of games if somebody asks, if somebody needs help. That's very similar to Monster Hunter.
I'm trying to understand what that means. So you're saying I could send a survivor that I rescued to come and help you wherever you are in your game. Is that am I reading that right?
it's a little confusing. Which would be you. So okay, let me put the overall picture. You are so in this game, you're not the typical. This isn't you're this superhero. You're here to save the world. You are a community. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And you play as each character in that community. If Sarah dies, you know, say for instance, Sarah's picking some cucumbers, zombie jumps over the fence, kills it, tries to beat him off with a cucumber. Doesn't work. He's her and a cucumber. They're done. You lose Sarah, so you can no longer play as Sarah. Now you got to play as Tom or Jim or Felicia in the corner, with a shovel. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. So say for instance, like you want to play as someone sends up a flare. You get notification. I don't know exactly how this works, but I could give you pretty much the kind of like
probably choose points. Who you want to send over.
Yeah, you choose out of your community who you want to send over there, who you want to play as. So it's not like you're sitting back playing your game. I want to send Sarah with cucumbers, and she goes and fights, and she dies. You play as her. You know what I mean?
So, you die as her.
And you die as her.
This person's no longer in your community, helping you, whatever. I got you. All right. So I was confused by that.
Yeah. So that makes you think twice. Do you want to send your strongest fighter with a lot of good loot? Or do you want to send someone who's like, you don't really care about losing? And you don't know what situation they're in, though, when you're jumping in. So you might jump in. I can see a lot of people trolling this. Get in the middle of it. I'm talking like a horde.
A huge horde.
A huge horde. There's no way out. You jump in.
They're dead when you get there already.
They're getting ripped apart by a zombie when you get there. Like, damn. And you can, I think you can like run away. And I don't know if you can like run away then exit their instance, but
cancel that joint.
I'm done. But yeah, that'll be a mess, man. I would honestly, I'd probably do it just for the kicks. Invite, someone jumps in. I'm like, hey, how's it going, buddy? We ain't making out of this. And then we just both get eaten.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I would hope if I send up a flare that you're sending like your best guy. So yeah, that pretty much sucks if you don't. You send Felicia. I'd be mad about that.
Hey, send Felicia with the shovel. She's got this. But yeah, man. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. The more I look into the games and the details about this game, I actually want to buy this game. Like, this would be a cool game to play with the community, with a group of people, and everybody experiences something different.
That's cool.
I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, Craig, with the first one, there was this huge following of people record their videos of how they would keep dying and where they messed up. So so that was a big phenomenon. So the creators of the game said, since people like that, let's bring it over to the first one. So say for instance, I die and I'm like, okay, I never should have gone in that house. I should have probably brought a shotgun, or I should even, try to get in that car. You can learn from your mistakes, go back to the same location as somebody else, and do something a little different.
So you like a rewind type of thing?
No, not so. Like I was saying, if you're rolling a Sarah and you go into this house to get like some bandages, and a jumper jumps out, kills you. You know what I mean? Now Sarah's dead. You're playing as Tim. Should I go back to the house? Is there a jumper still in it? That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
gotcha. That's cool.
Back to the heartless part. Opposite that, you hate Tim. Tim's weak as shit. So you send Tim in there to see how it's gonna be. Tim dies, and then you go, okay, let's bring Sarah Badass out, and now we know what to expect. Once
Sarah with her flailing arms. Yeah,
Sarah's the way to go. Yeah,
man. Yo, if I had all the money in the world. But and then this is a really cool one. So noise is a big factor in the game too. So for instance, Sarah's back with the cucumbers. You know what I mean? Sarah's like, yo, we're out of cucumbers. We need more. People are going to die of starvation. For some odd reason, cucumbers are only you can eat. I don't know why.
Cucumber starvation.
And, like, yo, Sarah, we got to eat. Sarah's like, we got to eat. We're out of, our stock's fresh out. Do you task Sarah with making a cucumber garden? Will she be noisy? If she's noisy, zombies will come. How's your infrastructure? Are your gates damaged? Have you fixed your gates? So noise will play a huge factor in when you do stuff. If you do it, if you don't make those said cucumbers, you don't grow them, your community dies.
That's
so you gotta
stressful.
pick and choose.
Oh my god, that's stressful.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this game looks so fun, and I could definitely play this by myself. You know what I mean?
Great thing. On the opposite end, this is unlike Sea of Thieves. You could play this with a party of 4, have a great time. You could play this by yourself and still have a good time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the game where I can actually play by myself. Like DayZ and all those other zombie games, you know, they get a little boring playing by yourself. But this, because there's so many different factors and so many, you know, you're base building, you're maintaining the community, you're shooting and stabbing and, you know, jumping over zombies. That's fun, you know. So they
let me
took all
ask this question: what's the end game though? Like, is it just to have like a fortified place with a great community and all
Honestly,
the good stuff you would need
The
in
way
an
the
apocalypse?
way the first game worked is you did have a storyline, and you moved into different places based upon how your population was doing. Your end goal was to escape Trumbull Valley. I don't know if they're going to do a story like that this time, or they're aiming for a story where we just make everything secure enough to survive. That's the wild card. I don't know how their story is going to work on this one.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
And there's two
just
sides to
curious.
that coin. Derpy ass in chat says, "Yo, is the cucumber inside joke?" No, it's not. I just made up. You know, I was like, just
I don't know.
cucumbers.
G has a
Cucumbers.
taste for cucumbers today.
I
It's weird.
don't know cucumbers,
Yeah.
but two sides to that coin. If they make the game with an end game, like you fortified, then you escape. I mean, are you really going to play again? You're like, yeah, I escaped. Maybe you could do another playthrough. You know, maybe bigger. You know, make your community even bigger, stronger, or maybe take a different go down a different path. Be more aggressive, not so passive. If they don't make an end game where you escape, I mean, how many of you guys are actually going to play a game where you just keep going and going and going? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That
Hmm.
makes sense.
I don't know. But so we already covered the noise factor, we covered the flare gun system, and we covered the perspective. I mean, that's pretty much everything about this game that I could point out. Is there anything that you want for the devs to bring over from the first game, Craig, that you would like in the second one?
Sorry, I'm choking. It looks like they're basically bringing over everything from the first game that everybody really loved. As long as they keep the panic that you feel and the emotions and the attachment, they said they're procedurally or randomly generated people.
Mm-hmm.
They did kind of have motives and they did kind of have feelings on things. I hope that doesn't
Yes.
go.
Oh no, they're keeping that. They're keeping that. So say for instance, like, so I'm like, you know, I go back to, you know, the stronghold, a long day of slaughtering zombies. I show up, you know, Derpy's there arguing with Satanic and Diddy Von Doom that Claire stole a cucumber. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, guys, it's just one cucumber. Chill out. You know, it's one cucumber. And I find out that Claire stole more than one cucumber. She stole the whole garden worth.
No.
Now.
And then sold them. Probably.
And then sold them on the black market to some like evil camp. Okay.
Black zombie market. Yeah.
Black zombie market. Who knows? Yo, those cucumbers are valuable. And I'm like, they're like, hey, you got to make a choice, G. Do you side with Claire? Do you kill Claire? Do you just exile her? If you do, you know, you make the other, you know, Diddy Von Doom and Derpy and Satanic, that evil group, you make them happy. Or you have mercy on her, and then that group of three gets upset at you, but then your relationship with Claire grows even further. One thing they won't have in this game, I'm kind of happy about, is they won't have like romantic relationships. You know, you won't be able to swoon somebody into loving you. They won't have that. So anybody's looking to, you know, get down with your zombie romantic
so you mean to tell me it's lonely in the zombie apocalypse?
No,
You got friends. You're telling me you can't be friends with people and live a fulfilling life?
Hey, Bites, maybe stuff happens behind closed doors. You don't know. But you're not.
I had to get that booty, man.
You're not taking anyone out.
Some hidden DLC.
The hot coffee DLC.
That's what I'm saying.
You're out.
Kill a zombie, you know, a little booty, eat a cucumber, you know, it's all good.
This man said, and eat a cucumber, all at three. Hey, if you're down for a date night like that, hey, you go for it, man. Satan, I got a question for you, Robo. He says, ask Craig how he liked the Pharaoh / Jugs in the previous one.
Oh shit. The feral, I believe that's the one that's like really lanky. It's got the long arms, the long legs, jumps everywhere. That's at the end of the game was the only one that could still scare the shit out of me. How I liked him? I didn't. From a game mechanic perspective, he was great because he was the one that could still make me very upset and scared and not wanting to be places. Because a lot of places had fences.
Yeah.
And you could actually get kind of like a semi-secure view of what it was. And you could see those fuckers just sitting there in the middle of the thing, just waiting. And you knew that that wasn't going to be a fun time. Whatever was in there might be worth it, but it wasn't going to be fun getting
Was
it.
it gonna
I
be a
like
fun?
them.
Yeah.
I like them from a game point perspective. I hated them actually playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So there's your answer. So from what you guys have seen, what would you guys rate it? And playing the
9.
devil's advocate, what do you not like about it?
9
What would you
out of
change?
10. I hate nothing about it.
Okay, there goes Craig.
How about this? Sorry, I
Uh-huh.
would change one thing. Fishing.
You would add fishing?
You would that it doesn't have fishing.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't get 10, because it does not possess fishing. What I would change about it is give it fishing.
I mean, but could you go fishing in a zombie apocalypse? Wouldn't the water be contaminated with dead zombie bodies?
You don't
Like,
know
think
that.
about it.
You don't
Think
know
about
that.
it. I mean, who knows? You could go fishing, find yourself a trout or a bass, something like that. Eat it. You're dead. You become a zombie. You know.
Craig would be the first guy fishing trying to eat the zombie fish.
And he
trying to
would be.
figure out if it's safe or not.
He'd be like,
And
"Yo,
that's how a co-op game with us would work too. You guys would be watching me and making sure I don't die while I fish.
like, yo, go, Craig, put that 3-eyed fish down, bro. Put it down, G."
I'm gonna eat it.
He's like,
We'd
I'm
be
gonna
waiting
eat
to
it.
kill you, Craig. That's what we
I'm
were
mighty
waiting to
hungry.
do.
Honestly, if you wanted to kill Craig, all you have to do is send him fishing. Easy. That's easy.
Very
Hey, Craig,
true.
take this fishing pole, go fish in that pond over there. Put like a little zombie guts in the the edge of the pond. He won't even notice.
Set a trap.
I would
Yeah.
survive just to spite you because fishing is my life.
Oh man, me personally, man, I would rate this a 7 out of 10. And yeah, I mean, I'm not like super into it. I feel like I'm a little jaded by zombie games. Previous ones that come out, they haven't been that great. This also reminds me of The Division. I don't know why.
It does. I was
Right?
thinking
It
that.
does. Yeah, like it just the UI, the point of view. Obviously, it's third
Except you
person,
can't
but
fortify base in the division though.
yes.
I'd say set a night aside glitch where you buy year 1 survival edition and you stream it. You just get a feel for State of Decay.
I honestly think I am. I honestly think I am, man.
I think
It
it's
comes
worth
out
trying.
May, right?
Honestly, yeah, I think it's worth trying. Anybody in chat, what would you guys rate it to, and what would you change about it? What do you not like about it?
Get
I would,
chat in on this.
yeah, I would definitely rate it a, that's a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. What I don't like about it, obviously, the point of view, and it reminds you of Division. I don't know, and I don't like the stiff character models, but I imagine that'll change. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably bandwagon with you on that and say a 7 as well. I think I really like the fact that you can build a community, you can teach them certain skill sets, you can kind of make them a leader in the community and do things
Mhm.
for you. I like that kind of
Mhm.
management side of the game.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I don't play a lot of zombie games, but I guess if I was going to play one, it would probably be this one.
I feel it. Give me a chance here.
All right.
And this is my little opportunity to sway you a little bit.
Mhm.
Let's come from a community and developer perspective. When the first State of Decay came out, we went, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" You know, it'd be even better. And we, as a community, we listed off these things. We're like, we want to play this with friends. We want to do that. We want more in-depth base building. We want, a little more fluidity in the clunky areas of the game. Some of the controls are a little clunky. And then imagine them coming out with State of Decay, and they go, "We now have co-op. We now have in-depth base building, and it's a lot less
That's
clunky."
good.
Literally, the developers taking everything we went, "We really want to see this," and they did it. Would
Mhm.
that up your opinion of this game anymore in terms of rating?
I think so. I think it still holds a high 7.
I'll take the high 7.
Yeah, the high 7.
But
Seahawks
let me
said
ask this
5 out of 10
though,
in
like,
chat.
when you played with 3 of your friends, or did it not have
It
4
was
people
single
playing?
player.
It was single player. Oh well,
Yeah.
damn. Well,
And-
I think playing with 3 of your friends is probably still allows it to stay a high 7 too. I mean, anything that's co-op like that is always fun.
Yeah,
You can
Indian-
make fun out of the game.
Yeah, and I feel plus as a lot of us are content creators and people in chat are content creators, this is a game you want to stream with your friends to make some great moments, have some funny
Yeah.
clips, that's a huge plus. So I would give it a high 7, just like I'm changing my score from a 7 to a high 7, like bites.
Awesome. That's the
Yeah.
dealio.
All right, so let's move on and let's talk about a moment this past previous week that was phenomenal. Did you guys? I guarantee everybody's heard about this.
Mhm.
Did you guys? Oh well, before we move on, Queen says, Glitch Queen says 5 out of 10. Seahawks says still 10, still 5 out of 10. Devman says 5.5.
Did we mention that it's only $30?
No.
Wait. What? Oh, whoa.
We did not.
I'm being told that State of Decay 2 is coming out for $30.
Give me a second.
No.
Please correct
Give
me
me a
if I'm
second.
wrong.
The standard
first
edition?
State of Decay was $30.
Give me a second.
Oh, it is
30
bucks.
bucks.
Does that fucking improve your rating?
Wow.
Yo, I'm getting this. Yeah, 30 bucks? 10 out of 10, baby. I sold out. That's what I'm saying. And then Dev goes, nah, I got 1 more point. 6 out of 10. Yo, like, I thought this was a $60 game.
Nope.
$30.
Well, even for the highest premium edition is only $10.
40 bucks. Yo, I'm gonna put this on my to-buy list.
Now we got it.
You got me. You got me.
That's what made State of Decay, the first one, shine so much. You got all this stuff, and you paid. I think it was only $20 when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
All of that for $20. You went, holy shit.
Dang.
No, correction. It's $50 for the.
Oh, it's 50
$50 for the premium for the.
Okay,
Yeah, I
for
mean,
the
I'm not even
premium.
gonna. But honestly, talking about a base game, I've never really even pre-ordered like those premium packages. I'm just gonna give it a $30 game.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Now this is just another game I have to add to my rotation and
That
stress
is
about.
shocking, man. It's so
Right?
cheap.
$30. And it had a huge following. Like a lot of people liked it. So it's not just one of those games where like, oh, we're pumping out another sequel. People liked it.
It pumped out everything you liked. It gave you accessibility to a lower price. It gave you the content that people were really liking in 2013, which was zombies. Zombies was, I'd say, at its peak. And
That was the meta, just like BR is the meta in 2017, 18.
Give us what we want. You give us survival like we haven't necessarily seen on Xbox yet.
Mhm.
You gave us all of this stuff and you gave it to us for like $20-$30, and now we're doing it again. Still $30. Which at least tells me that's the developers going, we're here because we like our fan base.
All right,
Oosh.
cool. All right. So let's move on. And then Devman goes, meh, 6.7.
Yeah.
Seahawks says 5 out
High
of 10.
6.
At least it went up, right? At least it went up.
Yeah.
Right? Look at Diddy G thinking in chat. Yeah, that made me think. Yo, we could play this all together. You know what I mean?
Damn.
I didn't drop
get-
that bomb yet.
Get the cookout plans together, Denny. Woo. Or the community.
Shit, you're right. It's an Xbox exclusive, which means on release for the Xbox Game Pass, it's going to be 10.
$10.
The
Bang.
Now that's just cheating.
There,
right
that's just you just literally cheated right there. I'm calling
Did I
that.
though?
I'm gonna call that sorcery right there.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, yep. Javal just pointed that out. All right, so let's move on. Before we get sidetracked, make a good time. How many of you guys in chat and on the cast right now saw Drake play Fortnite with Ninja?
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
Me
I
and Bites
watched
were
it.
me
Yeah,
and Bites
we
were
were
actually
watching
talking
that.
about why it was going. I honestly had no idea it was coming until I think somebody DM'd me or I saw something on Twitter. I checked it out and it was Drake. All right. But we're gonna talk about, on the surface it's like, yo, Drake's a rapper. If you guys didn't know, he's playing with Ninja, which is honestly an amazing Fortnite streamer. The dude is a beast. Like his building skills, they make my fingers hurt. The guy is great. You know what I mean? As a content creator for a game,
That's funny.
he's great. He also got a chance to play with Travis Scott and Juju Smith, which is actually a rookie wide receiver for Pittsburgh Steelers turned gamer. So
You actually forgot a person as well.
what's his name?
He played with Kim.com.
And Kim.com is who?
He's the creator of Mega Uploader, which is a notorious site for storage, encryption, things like that. You
Very
wanna
good. Very
do file
good.
transfer. Yep.
Good tool. Yeah.
Very good tool. So yeah, he's also pretty famous as well. He's up there with the elite. Kim.com also, he's known for being like #1, I believe, in Call of Duty games back in the day. So he's well known in the gaming community of that time, I would say.
Yeah. And this pretty much just catapulted. I'm talking like, I mean, Ninja was already doing great. This catapulted him even further. And apparently, I mean, we're not really going to touch on the saltiness, but apparently some people were salty about the fact that he got that opportunity. And this isn't, I don't think this is something that was put together by Twitch, though. This, to my knowledge, and I talked to some people, this was not put together by Twitch. This is his organic relationships networking on his own behalf. So he played with Drake, he played with Travis Scott, played with Juju and the other guy. There's another gentleman that's gonna be playing with him tonight. I totally didn't even get that picture. He's another rapper.
This is what you call when you got friends who have good friends. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's networking.
When your friends come through with the win, that's what happened to Ninja organically. And I enjoyed it, man. It was actually a great stream.
It was fun.
Very, very entertaining. I think even if Drake wasn't there, I mean, I'm fans of some of the other guys. Juju is an awesome athlete. Travis Scott is a great artist in hip hop. If you guys know him, I would have enjoyed it with just those guys as well. But having Drake there definitely made it dope.
So he's gonna be playing with Whit Lowry. He's a rapper. I've heard some of his music. He's actually pretty good. I'll drop his on Twitter, but he's gonna be playing with him today. So if that's something you guys want to check out, but I think it was really cool. So I'm gonna step back and say, yeah, people were salty about it. Apparently, people were trying to count this guy's money. One thing you never do is count somebody else's money and say, hey, they don't deserve it, or they don't, deserve the viewership. They don't deserve this opportunity. This is something this dude's hard earned, blood, sweat, and tears earned him. You know what I mean? On top of it, this is not just a huge moment for Ninja and Drake. I mean, this is like an off night for Drake playing Fortnite. You know what I mean? This is not into Drake, but this is a huge moment, not just for Twitch. Because I know for sure, the Twitch execs were probably licking their lips, salivating at the amount of money they were gonna get from and Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite, their sales jumped after Drake played, because actually a lot of people didn't know about Fortnite, and this actually opened a lot of eyes that didn't know about Twitch or even playing games.
Let me tell you something. My own mama came and asked me about Fortnite after this little situation.
She did?
Yeah, man. It's like, I heard Drake was playing some game called Fortnite. I was like, what?
That's what I'm saying.
That tells you, man. It broke a couple barriers. A lot of conversations are happening about this
15th.
moment. And, like I said, people enjoyed it, even though they weren't kind of up to par with the game itself. So.
Yeah, and apparently everybody lost their mind because apparently Drake said that pineapple does belong on pizza, so people just lost their mind there.
Yeah,
so,
that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Shit.
But this is a big moment. And I think I foretell the future that there's gonna be a lot of movie stars, a lot of really big influential people doing collabs with content creators. And I hope on all types of different levels for different types of games. Obviously, Fortnite being the meta right now, like that's the most popular game as of right now. Obviously, Drake doing that. So I mean, I foresee a lot of really cool, people collaborating in the future. And it's honestly, it's bringing two industries together. And I think
I feel like it's always been that way. I mean,
yeah,
you've had rappers, different people that have their own shows that are well recognized, athletes. Like they've always been on Twitch doing their own thing, but them reaching out to a streamer like this in this type of way was huge.
Yeah.
Do big things.
And then not to talk about all the media platforms that this has reached. I mean, I was just watching ESPN earlier today, and they showed a clip of Ninja. So that tells you how far and wide it actually went.
Can you imagine streaming on Twitch and showing up on ESPN?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I bet Ninja never ever thought in his wildest dreams he would play with Drake until that day. I mean, who knew what happened previously? But at the same time, it's like you're playing games. Why would you be on ESPN? But talking about that, esports is getting really big too. Esports is getting huge. And apparently their records were broken. That apparently there was like some league that just opened up, debuted, and they had more viewers than some sports event or something like that. So people were losing.
I mean, let's talk about all the records he broke. He broke viewership.
Yeah, he was at like when I was
subscribers
watching,
and followers, right?
Yeah, he was at like 500K. He was trying to break 1 million views that night. I don't know if they did it, but that is phenomenal. And then apparently there were articles going around on Twitter, people talking about trying to calculate. People were on Twitter trying to calculate his money of how much he made that night. And I was just like, I mean, it's cool to see, but at the same time, it's like, you're just going to get people salty. I saw some guys saying, hey, it's cool and all what Ninja did, but I don't think he deserves that kind of money. Like, yo, who are you to say that someone, all because they don't work a traditional job like you, doesn't deserve that amount of money?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like,
man.
hey, more power to you. You should do good. But whoa, slow down. You're making that much money? Never mind. I don't think you should be able to do that. Like, get real. It's
Those
crazy.
people just need
What
to
if-
sit down and shut up, man.
What if ESPN started actually following esports?
What was it? Is it Hulu? A streaming platform is going to be. I think it's Hulu. Hulu's going to be start streaming their own esports events. I believe
Nice.
so. Yeah, like esports, like because right now esports is in the limelight. It's easy for Netflix, Hulu, all these streaming platforms to pick it up. It's already something going. It's something they're jumping, and they have the money to do it. The next biggest thing is going to be people are start to be, the limelight's going to be shed on Twitch, on Mixer, on these gaming platforms. So for all these people saying, yo, I'm not going anywhere on Twitch right now, I don't really see the future for Twitch or Mixer, keep doing what you're doing, keep hustling, because you never know what will happen to you. Like, honestly, I never would have thought this would happen. This never even crossed my mind. But yeah, he had a steady
Yeah, man,
6.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, he was up in the thousands for sure. No. But all right. Let's push on. Let's talk about we got some gyms to show off. Can you guys hear me? Good? No? Craig, you hear me? Uh-oh.
$15.
Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. We're having some technical difficulties. Apparently, they can't hear me, and I can't hear them. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back. We got some gyms to show you guys. All right. Broke the stream. Even talking about we broke the stream. Be right back. All right, and we are back. We're back. Thank you guys for being patient. Apparently, Discord decided to poop his pants mid podcast. So we're back. Let's do it. All right, cool. So if you guys just coming in, thank you guys for being patient. And plus, we were coming in. We just spoke about Drake playing Fortnite with Ninja and how it impacts the platforms in general. We covered Sea of Thieves and we talked about State of Decay 2. Now I'm going to be jumping to the gyms of the week. All right, this is my gym of the week. Oh God, this is gonna be amazing.
At least you didn't want to tell us your favorite Drake song real quick. I mean, come on, man.
I don't really have a favorite Drake song.
Oh my God.
Marvin's Room.
Yeah, man.
Craig's got a favorite Drake song before UG. I'm disappointed.
What's your favorite Drake song, man? Here we go. What's your favorite Drake song?
God's Plan. Come on, man.
I mean, we got into this whole conversation we were playing last night. Rainbow Six Siege. With some people, we were talking about hip hop and the state of hip hop, and Drake definitely came up in there. All right, but let's. I think we have 2 gyms. If you got one, Bites, definitely drop one. If you got one, Craig, definitely let me know. But my first one, this one is going to be Far Cry 5 post launch. They're showing off their DLC that's coming out. The first thing people said for their DLC is Pound Cake. Okay. For Drake, the first people said when they came out this DLC was a little weird. Granted, this DLC is a little weird, but I feel like it's going to bring a lot of people to the game that aren't traditional, Far Cry 5 players. You got to mix it up. Plus, one thing that I think they're going to show off is the what is it called? Oh, I forgot the feature. It is the I forgot the feature. It's a feature. I don't know the name, but it's pretty much a feature where you can customize single player and multiplayer maps. So I think it's going to bring a lot of modding.
Far Cry editor.
Yeah, the editor. Yes, that's what was it called? It was called something else, but yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Yep.
All right, let me play this trailer. Trailer is up. You guys got it?
Yep.
All right,
Ready.
All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. Vamonos.
From the brand that brought you Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon comes 3 all-new adventures. Vietnam, zombies, space. It's the Far Cry 5 Season Pass and post-launch content. In the first DLC, Hours of Darkness.
I love the graphics on this, the way they did the advertising.
Yeah.
Wendell Redler,
Oh,
you'll
cool.
face Viet Cong, rescue friends, and if you've got the grit, get the hell out of there. For an encounter of the radical kind, look no further than the second DLC, Lost on Mars. Your mission is simple. Save Earth by stopping a full-on alien invasion and haul ass back home. In the third DLC, Dead Living Zombies, the deceased cease to be decreased as you and a friend melt wave after wave of zombie hordes in 7 scenarios imagined by B-movie director Guy Marvel.
They got that Call of Duty demographic right there. Just gonna throw it out there.
Game of Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. How's
Zombie
that for
mode.
the definition of insanity? And for all Far Cry 5 players, we've got a bunch of post-launch content
Arcade,
as
that's what it
well.
was. Far Cry 5
First up is
Arcade.
Far Cry Arcade, where there's an endless amount of maps to play.
Yes.
Solo, co-op, or PvP. Created by Far Cry Studio, as well as players like you. What's more, this mode is constantly updated with new content and challenges. And introducing reoccurring live events. We're going to give you goals to unlock exclusive outfits, weapons, and kick-ass vault vehicles.
You can't tell me this doesn't look good,
Participate in
Bites.
the loot. So run those sweet little legs and get your season pass for the best deal we've ever offered in Far Cry. And stay tuned for all new content post-launch of Far Cry 5.
Oh damn. It's a whole lot of content, man. Like
That's pretty much a whole new.
Like,
that's a whole game right there.
they
whole
could
nother
have
game.
just spoon-fed us this for the next 2 years, and we would have been pretty happy about
Happy
it.
they didn't actually.
I know, but dang though.
Yeah.
So I got a couple points. I mean, can somebody please explain to me why did they call it Far Cry Arcade? Like, what is?
So
What
they
is-
made it because that's the one where you can customize and play modded single player and multiplayer.
So you got multiplayer in the regular game, and
Uh-huh.
then you got multiplayer in arcade,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, because these right here, the ones in arcade are modded and created from gamers. You get what I'm saying? So I
Like
can
a
make
community.
community. It's like
creation?
a community DLC, community creation. Sorry.
All right, I just want to
Yeah.
I want to clear that up because I
Yeah.
was kind of confused about that one.
Yeah, like
All
they
right.
already got single player, multiplayer. Yeah, so all those are going to be community made maps
I
and
think Halo
game
custom
modes.
games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Map builder and things like that. And then, man, the Mars one looks pretty cool. Like Mars seems to be anything dealing with being on Mars seems to be making its way back to the top these days.
True.
Yeah.
I got some highlights and some downsides to this one. So let's start with the good stuff. That's
Alright.
a lot of content. That's a lot of stuff to do.
A
One of Halo
guap.
3 one of Halo 3's biggest things were the custom games where people were making up all of these game types and game maps, and that was the craziest best thing about Halo 3.
Mhm.
So they're doing it again here. What you guys may not have heard about the editor is it's going to give you the power to do a lot of shit like in the previous one, but this one's going cross game. And it's actually giving you assets from other Ubisoft games like
Assassin's
the
Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed.
Really?
man. You
Yeah.
can make some like cool Egyptian map and shoot it out on there. Yeah.
All of that stuff, and it's gonna be like basically Halo 3 custom game, but newer and probably even better. My only issue with this is with the 3 DLC they showed us to begin with. It
Mhm.
kind of feels like it feels like it's an attempt to go, hey, you remember that formula we had? This is us not doing that, and at the same time,
Oh.
I'm scared it's gonna dilute it a bit.
But it's DLC though. It's not like I could see if they did that and put that in the main game and force you to play it through single
Yeah.
player campaign. I would be like,
That would
what is,
stink.
you know? But
It's
this is optional.
I'll take that.
Yeah, it's optional. It's optional. They're trying to grab the demographics. One thing I noticed, I think a lot of people noticed, was right off the bat with that zombie horde thing was Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they might get some people that are looking to get Far Cry 5. They see the the zombie horde thing, like, oh shoot, I'm sold.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'll
Craig
give
was
it.
sold anyways when they said that you can fish. So he
Fishing,
said
there
that
looks to be
several
good
episodes
fishing.
ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
That he
kinda
wanted to
hyped.
do that.
Denny made a pretty good statement that says community made. I think they saw the success of Just Cause with the options and finally put it in. They finally put it in here. It's really opening up a lot. So I didn't play Just Cause. Did any of you guys play those games?
Not a fan,
All right.
but I get the premise.
It's kind of like over the top, action, grappling on cars and jets, all that. So I could definitely see that. Good point, Denny.
So all of these additional game modes, they're going to come with the season pass, right? So is that an additional purchase, like a DLC purchase, or is that
A season
part of
pass?
it? Yeah, like the
the season
Lost on
pass. Yep.
Mars,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
zombie mode, all
Season
that.
The
pass.
season pass, you get all of those.
Yeah, you get
Oh,
all
okay.
3 of them. Yes.
Gotcha.
And arcade.
Yeah, jamming guns. I personally don't even know if they're gonna bring the whole gun jamming and jam rust back to Far Cry. I'm definitely not sure about that. But this was just a gym, so we're not really deep diving into Far Cry, but we will. So for Far Cry 5, kind of like telling you guys future events. The weekend after it comes out, we will be deep diving live on stream. So it's gonna be our very first kind of like slash playthrough with you guys, slash review, slash just show off the game. Like we're gonna have a whole podcast on it. So you guys, if you guys do want to check it out, yeah, it's gonna be really cool. So if you're interested in Far Cry,
Nice.
and I think it's gonna be good for a lot of viewers and people in general to say, I want to know more about Far Cry. I want to get my questions in. We'll answer your questions live. If you guys want to see a feature, we'll do our best to show it to you. So this is like you're living through us for this. You know what I mean? Like I want a little more oomph. I want to see more in Far Cry 5. We got you guys. So we got that the weekend after it comes out. So we're doing that. We'll be doing that upcoming with a lot of games. We're
It's
just trying
gonna
to
be
get
fun,
that.
man.
Yeah, we're trying to get
We
that
asked
going.
the big question regarding the season pass.
Mm-hmm.
How much is it gonna be?
Ooh, let me see.
Because now we got to even out what's the price of that season pass. We've been
You're right,
gouged
you're
by
right.
EA games on season passes.
All right, it is going to
Well,
be.
are you playing on PC or are you playing on Xbox?
It's probably gonna be. That's hard.
I'm looking, and bundle. Let's just say.
Far Cry 5 season pass.
This is gonna be like $100 with the season pass.
Oh, its season pass is gonna be $30 for
Okay.
PlayStation 4.
So
So plus the regular game
$30.
purchase, which is what, $60?
total 90.
So yeah, $90.
At least they didn't pull a $60 season pass after a $60 game.
Mhm.
30 isn't the worst season pass price I've ever seen. I'm okay with that.
And this game is actually dropping March 27th. So this month.
Around the corner.
It's right around the corner.
Next, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
Yeah, man. So
This Tuesday, Sea of Thieves. We get time.
yeah. Ooh.
Man, your wallet is gonna be crying,
It's
boy.
gonna be crying,
This
but
month,
I'll be ignoring it though. I'm like, yo, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't kill my vibe right now. Could be a better price. That's right, Rip. But yo, Far Cry 5 has never been below 60. It's a AAA title, amazing game, a lot of content.
yeah, maybe we can reach out to Ubisoft, see if we can get a free copy. Huh?
we could try. You know, we'll definitely try. But regardless, we're gonna do it. So playthrough, guys. The weekend after it comes out, that Sunday, we'll be doing a live playthrough / review deep dive with you guys. Bang, about 2 hours. My last gym, if there's no mas, is this. I stumbled across because I was doing my, I do my lurking on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. I stumbled across this. For all you Sonic the Hedgehog fanatics, they're coming out with a racing game, and this is a little teaser. So if you got the itch for some Sonic, they come out with a little. They dropped this as a teaser. The Twitter comments were funny. People were like, "Well, why would we want a Sonic the Hedgehog racing game?" But some people were happy. But here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you already know how I feel about that.
How you feel about it, Ben? How you
You
feel
know I
about it?
hate
Let us know.
teasers. I hate teasers. They're just stupid and pointless. I don't understand it.
I don't know I'm trying to. Didn't they have previous Sonic the Hedgehog racing games already, or is this the first one?
Not that I
Other racing
recall.
games. They had that one where they were on the boards. And
Yeah, they're on the boards, so it's gonna be similar to that, but in cars.
That look like cars, but I mean, why would Sonic need to drive when he runs as fast as he does? Like, no sense.
Shh, don't let the people have this one. But that's a good point. I don't know, but I thought I showed off to you guys. Diddy made a good point. For anybody that wants the season pass but doesn't pay $30, wait till the holidays come up. Those deals, man.
There.
Yeah, they already have a few racing games. Yeah. Who knows? But that's the trailer. That is the last gym of today. If we don't have any more gyms, Bites, do you have one? Craig?
No, I don't have anything,
You
man.
good? What about you,
Sad,
Craig?
dude.
Good?
The content of this week were my gems.
Yo,
A
I had a
plus.
blast.
A
Man.
plus.
That was awesome. We talked about Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2,
I'm
and
definitely surprised Avengers didn't make this conversation today. Shocked. by
well,
that.
it did, but it wasn't like a gym of this week though. And we already had enough content. I might drop it in the next one, but I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the the
I
trailer.
got enough boner for 1 week.
He's got enough to hold him over. But we'll
so many
definitely-
things have been developing over the last week.
Yo, like it is insane. Like honestly, just go on Twitter. There's so much stuff coming out for movies, for video games. Like we have an unlimited amount of content to cover every week. But hey, if anybody's in chat, if you guys have any topics you guys want to talk about or hear perspectives on, something that's coming out or event that happened, talk about tech, video games, or movies, let us know at me at Bytes. And we definitely got you guys. If you know someone that wants to be a guest or you yourself want to be a guest, feel free to at me or at my mods or at Bytes on Twitter or on Discord and say, hey, I would love to be on the cast. Honestly, it's open to all types of content creators, whether on YouTube, whether on Twitch. It's just you have to share the passion of creating content. It doesn't matter your size. You could be having 5 followers, 10 followers, 1 million followers. It doesn't matter as long as you are prepared to come on the cast and have some laughs, some fun, and some smiles, and talk about some video games. That's it. Our next one's gonna be next weekend at 3 p.m. PST. Definitely do follow these amazing content creator Bytes. Bytes, for instance, where can people find you, man? And where do you stream? What kind of games you streaming? Where can they find you?
Yeah. So you can find me on Twitter as well at Bytes World and Twitch at Bytes World. These days I'm just playing a lot of hack and slash type of games. Bayonetta on the Nintendo Switch.
Jealous. I'm jealous.
Yeah, man.
I'm so jealous.
Really, really enjoying that game. Been playing quite a bit of Final Fantasy as well. So I try to play quite a bit of different things. I typically stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And sometimes we come back with a little bonus stream on Friday and Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, by the way, G, hoping
Mhm.
to start streaming RP first here soon.
Yes, yes.
You
There you go,
joining it
buddy.
on that? Yeah, man.
Something to look forward
We'll
to,
see.
man. Yeah, JB's gotten in knee deep in some crime already. He's getting good.
Damn
Dude.
it! Why couldn't you just be a straight shooter?
I tried, Craig.
He met
Look,
G. He met G.
No, I tried to shoot straight for like 2 days, and
It's
nobody would help
boring.
me out, man.
Nobody,
I got
man.
blackballed.
They could use some more like legal job content.
But here's the thing in RP first. I could talk. We could have a whole
Oh,
podcast
yeah.
dedicated to
I got
roleplay. But here's the
blackballed
thing.
day one. I went to jail for 30 months the first time.
The
in city.
first
Come
time.
on, man.
Come
A
on.
cop had a bad day. But here's my thing about roleplay. Since the servers are so small and it's only 30, 32 slots, it's hard to find people. And when you don't find people and you try to put out an ad saying you're a Uber driver or you're looking for someone to clean your pool or you're a magician, you try to do these things. If you're not in the clique or in the group at that time,
Thank you.
nothing happens. So your next choice is to reach out to the criminals, which G happened to, drive up with Claire and be, Mrs. Smooth talking, show him the airport, show him some cocaine. Next thing you know, this dude is the world's biggest cocaine seller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
then
I
I
don't
met
know what
G.
you mean.
I met G and went to jail several more times. So
Several more times, but it was worth
Yes.
it. Was that crime
That's
crime
fun.
life, right?
Go help people, damn it.
No, man, nobody wants help. Everybody's having like these weird speed datings where there's only guys there. It's weird, man. But the stories are getting really good. Stories are
I
getting,
have to
getting
say
really good.
though, last night's flying car was amazing.
Yeah, we're sitting there and Jim texts me and says, "Hey, I saw a flying car," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And sure enough, here comes Reeker flying in out of nowhere, crashing it. He gave him the car. We flew off. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, flying! If you see anything out of ordinary, it's Reeker. It's Reeker." But fingers crossed, guys. 60 slots come soon. I know they did like a little mock test, but I cannot wait. Can't wait. If you guys are, if you're new to roleplay or you want to get in, I will do my best to get a list of servers that are great to supply to you guys in our Discord, and we'll share that on Twitter. If anybody's thinking about, joining new communities or just spreading the love out. All right, guys. But hey, I definitely want to thank everybody in chat. Shout out to Weeps for the epic raid host. Shout out to Devman and shout out to Rip and anybody else who hosted, followed. But thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast. Shout out to everybody in chat. Denny, man, thank you so much. Satanic, Dev, Derpy, the Hoggy, and everybody that was here. It's dope. I honestly am honored you guys are even sitting here for 2 hours, 2.5 hours even, listening to us talk about games and random stuff. But hey,
See everybody.
yeah, honestly, thank you guys so much for tuning into episode 23 of the Glitch Out Podcast. I'm your host, G, aka Glitch. We had the pleasure of having Bites, aka Bites World, and my boy, EC Chief Craig, holding it down with us. And we'll see you guys next weekend, Sunday, 3 p.m. PST. Have a great day. Have a great night. Peace.
See you guys.
Later.